The World Health Organization calls for an end to the hospital attacks in Gaza. The World Health Organization's chief has demanded that attacks on Gaza's hospitals stop. According to Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the health system is under severe threat and hospitals in Gaza have once again turned into battlegrounds. His warning followed attacks on 2 hospitals in Gaza City on Sunday and the Israeli military's raid and forced evacuation of Kamal Adwan, the only operational hospital in besieged northern Gaza, on Friday. The military denied attacking the 3rd location, but claimed that 2 of the locations were being used as Hamas command centers. Dr. Tedros also joined family members and rights organizations in demanding the immediate release of Dr. Hassam Abu Safia, the director of Kamal Adwan, who was imprisoned by Israeli soldiers. The Israeli military said on Saturday that his hospital was a stronghold for Hamas and that during the attack, forces had killed roughly 20 terrorists and arrested 240 more. It further stated that Dr. Abu Safia was suspected of being a Hamas terrorist operative and was one among those detained for interrogation. Hamas rejected the claims as lies because the military offered no proof. Med Global, a US-based organization, denounced as not only unjust but also a violation of international humanitarian law, which upholds the protection of medical personnel in conflict zones, the incarceration of Dr. Abu Safia, its principal physician in Gaza. His relatives were worried about his health, stating that he was still recuperating from serious wounds he received in an attack last month and that since he had to take off his clothes, he was probably ill with the common cold. Relevant authorities confirmed reports that he was being held at SDE T-Man military base in southern Israel, where Israeli forces have taken many detainees from Gaza for interrogation. Elias, Dr. Abu Safia's son, told BBC Arabic. CNN reports that a number of Palestinians who were just freed from the prison over the weekend also claimed to have seen Dr. Abu Safia there or heard his name used. According to Dr. Tedros, Kamal Adwan was rendered inoperable after the raid, and its critically ill patients were moved to the out-of-functioned Indonesian hospital, which he cautioned was badly damaged and unable to provide treatment. Amid ongoing chaos in northern Gaza, UN partners today delivered basic medical and hygiene supplies, food and water to Indonesian hospital and transferred 10 critical patients to Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City, he stated. During the transport, 4 patients were held in custody. We implore Israel to guarantee that their rights and requirements for medical care be respected. 7 patients and 10 medical personnel were still at the Indonesian hospital, according to Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry, which also reported that one of the imprisoned patients was in a severe condition. On October 6th, Israeli forces declared they were preventing Hamas from gathering in the northern towns of Jabalia, Beit Lahia, and Beit Hanoun by launching a significant ground offensive. According to the UN, Israeli forces have mainly refused humanitarian aid for more than 11 weeks, and the areas are under a near-total siege. Additionally, according to Dr. Tedros, Gaza City's Al-Ali and Al-Wafa rehabilitation hospitals also faced attacks and sustained damage. The Hamas-run Civil Defense Agency said that an Israeli strike on the upper floor of Al-Wafa Hospital on Sunday killed 7 people and left others gravely injured. According to the Israeli military, the attack was directed at Hamas fighters who were utilizing the structure as a headquarters. It further stated that at the time, the structure was not being used as a hospital. However, a witness told the BBC that the facility was occupied by both patients and medical personnel. According to a 4th-year medical student, the hospital was bombed when she and her classmates were inside preparing for an exam. We almost choked in the thick smoke. We were covered by glass from broken windows. We hid beneath the tables and ran away, she continued. We observed individuals in wheelchairs and some being carried as we descended the stairs. Some of our co-workers sustained minor injuries, while our professor was bleeding from a head injury. According to Palestinian media, Israeli bombardment earlier on Sunday damaged the Al-Ali hospital, where the injured were transported. Online video footage seemed to show damage to one building's upper story at the location. The Israeli military, meanwhile, denied on Monday that the hospital had been hit by their forces. A displaced man who lives next to the Al-Ali hospital told BBC Arabic that he fears the hospital would be the next target of an Israeli military strike. Where can we go if they besiege us here? How much longer will this pain last? We've moved around 6 or 7 times, he remarked. Every home, school, and hospital has been bombed. We can no longer find a safe location to hide out. Hospital-related fighting has obliterated the healthcare system in northern Gaza, putting civilians at an unacceptable grave risk of going without life-saving care, the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, also cautioned on Monday. Both civilians and medical facilities are protected during times of conflict. We constantly urge that these be respected, spokeswoman Sarah Davies told the BBC. More aid, more supplies need to be able to enter Gaza and be safely distributed, and civilians need to have safe access to those essential services that they rely on to survive. On October 7, 2023, Hamas conducted a massive attack on southern Israel, killing around 1,200 people and taking 251 hostage. In response, Israel began a campaign to eradicate the organization. Since then, the health ministry in Gaza has reported that over 45,540 people have died there.